Video of Debt-Free Disney. I'm so excited to start this series on my channel. We all know it's an expensive trip that most of us take with our children, and so I thought I'd share what I'll be doing with my family for our Disney vacation. But first, if this is your first time watching me, hello, my name is Gia, and I'm a working mom that posts about being a working mom, Costco, budgeting, money saving tips, all of the above. I would love for you to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the little bell next to it, so that you can become a part of my YouTube family. And for those who are already subscribed, welcome back. So this first episode of Debt-Free Disney, we're going to talk about saving money while booking your trip. This is the biggest expense for Disney, is actually booking the trip, which includes booking where you're going to stay, how you're going to get there, and the tickets for Disney themselves. Now, when it comes to flights to Disney, we thankfully live in a state that borders Florida, so we drive to Orlando. I live in Georgia. We drive to Orlando. It's about a 6 to 7 hour drive. So that's doable for us. But for those who live in different parts of the country or even the world who have to find and book a flight to Disney, I'm sorry that I will not be including those tips. But I'm sure, as a matter of fact, I know there are lots of information about that online. Let me give you a little bit of my Disney history. We went twice when I was a kid. Once when I was 9, once when I was 14. Then I went again, I want to say back in 2007 as an adult. And then the most recent time we went was in 2014 with Zara. She, I think, was 2.5, and I was pregnant with Ava at the time. And so I've got to say, so much had changed between the time of I went in 2007 to 2014 that it was like I knew nothing about it. Like I didn't know anything about booking early or fast passes 60 days out, and I still thought they used like the paper fast passes. I mean, that's how long it had been. So and because of that, you know, we wasted a lot of time and kind of money on that trip. So this time around, I knew I really wanted to be prepared. I did a lot of research. I wanted to ensure we got the most out of this trip because it is an expensive trip. Okay, but in this video, we're just gonna focus on, like I said, booking the hotel and getting your tickets. Now, I wanna say this, Disney does not give out deals to a lot of third-party vendors. So if you're online and you all of a sudden see this advertisement, or you get an email that says, take your family to Disney for $500, you know, it's probably a scam. You're not gonna get a better deal outside of Disney unless they are an authorized vendor. Okay, so you really wanna make sure that you trust whoever you're booking your trip through, okay? So again, I'm only gonna tell you guys what I use and what I trust, all right? Some of the websites off the top of my mind that I've used in the past and that I know are valid sites are mousesavers.com and Undercover Tourist. I will leave a link for those down below, okay? So my first tip with booking your Disney trip is to book early, okay? If you have small children and you know you're gonna go to Disney at some point, just go ahead and start saving, creating a sinking fund for it, to start saving for it, okay? If you're currently working your way out of debt, then obviously Disney's gonna have to be put on the back burner because that's the #1 priority. But if you're currently debt-free and you know that you're gonna have to go to Disney at some point with your children, go ahead and start saving for it. The earlier you start saving for it, the better, okay? If you need more advice about how to become debt-free, you can download my free zero-based budget template down below that I use, and then you can watch this video right here that shows you how to use it to create your plan to get out of debt. But for us, the minute we got back from Disney in 2014, I started saving again because I knew that we were going to take our kids within the next couple of years. I just started saving for it early so that when the time came to book, I had the money waiting and ready. Okay. Now you'll see online a lot about credit card travel hacking for Disney and how to travel hack using credit cards. I do not suggest that anybody does that if you are currently working your way out of debt or if you do not have a healthy relationship with money. Okay, you have to really know what you're doing to pull that off. I mean, people make it look so easy online, but it's really not that easy. And like I said, you have to be able to have that healthy relationship with money in place and really know what you're doing to not spiral into this this negative, you know, place with all this credit card debt that you can't afford to pay off. If you use a credit card, you use it and then you have to pay the full amount off at the end of the month each month. That's the only healthy way to use a credit card, okay? If you want to learn more about how to have a healthy relationship with money, visit my site down below. It explains all of that. My course explains all of that. And like I said, those links will be down below. So you want to start saving early with your sinking funds. That's the number one tip. And the second tip is to book early. The earlier the better. We booked our trip about 7 months out, and I was really, really happy with that. My third tip is to do your research and find out who's having the best deal. Again, to me, it's best to start with going directly to Disney.com and finding out from Disney exactly how much it is, with the place you want to stay, and for the amount of days you want to stay, and for the tickets for you and your family, okay? There are so many components that go into that. It depends on if you want to stay on property or off property, and it depends on if you want to add a park hopper or if you don't want to add a park hopper. It depends on the age of your children. Another great tip is that, for example, Zara, she is 5.5, so we have to buy a ticket for her. The price for her ticket for ages 3 to 9, it's cheaper than an adult. Okay, but Ava, who is still 2, she gets to go to the park for free. So that's huge. If you could plan a trip for your family, if some of your children or even all of your children are right on the cusp under 3, they will still have an amazing time. That's what happened in 2014 when we took Zara, excuse me. She had an amazing time. Even though we didn't have to pay for her to get in, she still had an amazing time and actually still remembers the trip, you know? So I think it's, you know, some people say, oh, you shouldn't take your kids to Disney so young they won't remember it, but it's not about that. It's about them experiencing it for how they experience it at that age. You know what I mean? It's not really not about the memories. You have pictures for that. For them, they are present, they are experiencing it, and to them, they are seeing all of their favorite characters live. It's an amazing experience, and I loved seeing it through her eyes at that age. So my advice to you, if you have children that are close to the age of 3, they will still have an amazing time and they are free to get in the park. But after they turn 3, that's when you have to pay for their ticket. So for us, we had to buy 2 adults, 1 child ticket. Again, Ava's free. So, you know, timing is everything. Also, if you can book off season, meaning not in the summer, June, July, August, it's extremely expensive and extremely crowded to go to Disney. So if you can book your trip in an off season, that always helps. And you want to make sure that, you know, when you get ready to book, you're doing your research. Now for us, we wanted to stay on property because I haven't stayed on property since the first time we went to Disney when I was a kid, okay? And of course, lots and lots have changed since then. So I wanted to experience that for this trip, and I think it's helpful because my kids are young and it's easier to, you know, get back to the park or get back to the hotel to relax for a little bit or take naps or anything like that. So I really wanted to stay on property. Now, there is one Disney hotel that's on property that's not technically owned by Disney, but it's on Disney property, and that is the Swan Dolphin Hotel, and that's where we'll be staying. Now, the Swan Dolphin Hotel is owned by the Starwood Resorts, so a lot of people, they can use their credit card points, their Marriott credit card, or excuse me, their Marriott points to, you know, maybe reduce the price of the trip a little bit. For us, we didn't do that. We strictly chose that hotel because it was the most affordable for us, and it's still a moderate hotel. So it's not, Disney has 3 types of hotel. They have the economical, they have moderate, and then they have a deluxe hotel, okay? And so the Swan Dolphin Hotel is the moderate resort, and it was the most cost effective for us because you can book that hotel outside of Disney. So you can book that hotel through Orbitz, you can book that hotel through Travelocity, and you can wait for it. Book this hotel, wait for it, through Costco. And that is how we booked our trip. We booked it through Costco. They are an authorized retailer for Disney, so we were able to buy our tickets and hotel through Costco. So, you know, if you guys have been subscribed to me for a while, then you know how much I love Costco. I absolutely love Costco. I go to them first for everything. So when it came down to Disney, I priced out the price if I were to book it through Costco, and I priced it out if I were to book it through Disney. I'm gonna share those figures and numbers with you in just a second, but you definitely want to do your research, try to see who's giving you the best package deal, and then go from there. Now, if you want to stay on Disney's like other resorts on their property, you can do that, but you cannot book through Costco, and you can't book through like Orbitz or any of those other sites. You can book through those sites that I referred to you earlier as trusted sites, as authorized dealers for Disney, and that is Undercover Tourist, which I think is #1, and mousesavers.com. I would definitely highly recommend those if you're trying to price, you know, any of the other resorts that Disney offers. But for us, it worked out perfectly with Costco. Now let me share the numbers with you guys. First of all, we are staying at the Swan Dolphin Hotel for 7 nights, and we got a 5-day ticket plus the park hopper plus the fun activities, whatever. It's like you can go to the water parks, the Typhoon Lagoon, a Blizzard Beach, and you can go do miniature golf, you can go golfing with these fun passes, and I think there's a couple other things that you can do in downtown Disney with these fun passes. We have a fun pass for every day. Now some people say, oh, don't do the park hopper, it's not worth it, but for us it's worth it because we're going to be so close to Epcot, where the Swan Dolphin is, that, you know, my husband and I may go, you know, at nighttime, go out to Epcot and just enjoy it, or go on a date night or something like that, because my entire family's going. My parents are going, his parents are going, one of my best friends is going with her family, so my sister's going, so there's a lot of us, so there will be plenty of babysitters to watch Zara and Ava. So if my husband and I want to go out, we want to be able to do that. Also, it's good to have just in case, you know, and with booking with Costco, it really wasn't that much more to add the park hopper pass. I think it was only like maybe 50 bucks or something like that. So that's what we did. So let me share with you guys the numbers. We're staying for 7 nights. We have the 5-day park hopper pass with the fun activities added to that. And when we booked through Costco, the price was $2,867.15. Now, if we were to book the exact same trip through Disney.com, staying at the Swan Dolphin Hotel for the same number of nights with the same kind of tickets, the price of the package would have been $4,539.54. That's at the exact same time of me booking. So that's a savings of almost like what, 38%, I think, when I did the math. 30% savings. So I will definitely take that. Okay, it was way cheaper and easier to just book everything through Costco, have them handle it all. It's so easy. You call, give them your information, or you can just even pick their package online, give you your information, and then go from there. So with that, we were able to book our fast passes 60 days out. You're still able to do that, even though it's not technically owned by Disney, the resort, it's on Disney property. So because of that, you're able to book your fast passes 60 days out, and we're able to have free parking at the parks. So that's amazing. I mean, all you have to do is show your room key, you get free parking at the parks. Other than that, parking at the parks is $20 per day. So like I said, I'm really happy with that. I think it was a great price savings for us as a family, and it's something that you can, like I said, save. I think every family deserves to be able to go to Disney if they want to go to Disney. You don't have to spend as much as we did for this trip. You can stay off property and spend a little less. You don't have to spend a full week there. You could still have a really great time just spending 4 days there or 3 days there, you know, and then you go back and you experience it in a different way. There's plenty of ways to experience Disney. Disney is huge. It's actually larger than the city of Paris. So that lets you know, if you've never been, how large it is. There's always something new to do. They're always changing it, always updating it, always giving you a new perspective. So I'm really looking forward to the trip, and that's pretty much how we saved money to book the trip. And I'm just really excited about it. And leave a comment down below and let me know if you guys want me to vlog this trip. I'm thinking about vlogging it. I don't know if I should vlog every day or just vlog a couple of days and kind of mash them all up. Leave a comment down below and let me know. And also let me know, what are some of your favorite ways to book your Disney trips if you've been. I love learning from you guys, and I love that we can learn from each other. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, tap my picture up above, and you can also check out my previous video right over here, and all my social media platforms all listed down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.